Well, greetings everyone. I want to thank you for joining Jim's In-Town Gardening and also Bella's Legacy Rabbitry. Um, I took the newest little lionhead boy that we kept easy, that we kept out of Donna's litter, um, the one that I plan on keeping, raising up. And he did fine until I brought the tripod and the cell phone out, and he didn't like that much at all. Um, I was going to try to calm him out a little bit. I noticed he had a couple little mats. On the lion heads, what I use is a card, just a little dog card, a little flea brush, and just again, a little soft brush. Come on, settle down. Like I said, he did really good until I brought that tripod, and that just kind of changed him. So what I do when I'm brushing, bring that down just a little bit. Hopefully the light's good. It's not as bright in here. I do have one of the fluorescent lights on, but I put insulation up on the clear panels. It got really, really warm in here. We were 83 degrees, I think, 3 days in a row, and way too much, even with the fans on full bore. It was just too hot in here. So I've covered those up, so that should help. I'm hoping I can put the air conditioning unit in here, because I know we're supposed to be up to 93. I think it's either Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm going to have something to keep these guys cool. So anyways, you can see the hair is quite long on them, especially the mane, and then I call it a skirt down on the bottom part. So I just lightly brush. Usually my finger or one of my fingers is underneath, and I kind of brush against it. Let me see. You're usually so calm. Well, what I've got is a little mat right here, and it doesn't take long for it to do that. For 3 days, I've been in my garden, and I've loved it. So brushing has kind of gotten behind on me. Now, one thing, I've had different ones have asked me if I could show how I sex my rabbits. And I know there's a lot that do that, that show that. So today I was just finishing up with the sermon message, and I had somebody that asked if I had any rabbits left for sale, any of the pet type rabbits, and I said I do. And she wanted 2 of the same sex, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show a video on sexing, and that way she could see the 4 that I have for sale out of that group. Now, with brushing with a card, you got to be careful with the skin on here. Now, down on this part, there's not a lot of hair. I don't usually use a card on that because that does hurt them. So I'll go with the soft brush. I've got the mane all brushed out. Now I just brush them, and usually they like that. Another thing that I use on my adults, and especially when they're shedding, is one of these. They got little things on them, and boy, when I rub that over their backs, I really would like to do Melania, and Melania is just too close to having babies. I probably won't do that, and she's one of my nervous ones anyways. She is shedding. Mandy I might do. Maybe I'll show you how I do Mandy. She is shedding terribly. But you see, I just Just go lightly over him. Now he was born, Travis was born, I think it was March 25th. He's still a young boy. Um, but you know, when they're young like this, the more time that you can spend with them, you know, whether, I mean, if you've got them in the house or they're a pet type rabbit, um, you know, I would spend that time with them every day if you could. They so enjoy it. But I mean, even with all these guys, you know, the more that I can spend time with them, the easier it is to work with them. You know, brushing is something that I like to do often. It's good for them. Easy, 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 easy. You know, and like I said, I haven't done a whole lot of the brushing and stuff the last few days. And I wasn't going to do a whole lot of that during that wet time, or during the hot time anyways. I just didn't want to stress them at all. Now, that's one thing. As we're getting into summer, you've really got to pay attention to the heat. From my understanding, ideally, 60 to 70 degrees is ideal for rabbits. No, I'm not sure. I think I'm just under 70 right now. I do have both fans running on low, and most everybody looks comfortable. Daisy, the one that has the 9 younger babies up in the last cage, top row, she has been doing a lot of panting. Now, what I've been doing is putting, I'll take soda bottles and I'll fill them up about 3/4 full of water, put it in the freezer, and I'll put that in there for them. And she didn't this last time. Usually she'll, you know, nose it around a little bit. They don't like change. In fact, I brought that up in the sermon message today about change and how humans don't like change. But anyways, after a while, she will lay up against it, and that helps cool them off. You know, where she's got, what, week and a half old babies. You know, I need her to be as calm as she can and take care of her babies. Yeah, you settle down a little bit. Yeah, boy. So, I know I've said that Leanna doesn't like to, my bride, my helpmate, my best friend, she doesn't like to be in the videos. But she is going to come out in a little bit, and we'll sex those 4. Now, when you do that, especially the young ones, they've got very, very sharp nails. They don't like their hind feet being off the ground. And I probably will get scratched. So that's something you want to be aware of. I know I've seen different ones. Rabbit breeders, they'll either wear gloves. Now, I'm not afraid of anybody biting me, but what they'll do is have like a glove, and it will go up to like here. So when they're, you know, either trimming hoofs, that's another thing a lot of rabbits don't like. Most of these guys I can do pretty well. Of course, this young guy, I haven't done that with him yet. But, you know, he's settled down pretty much. He loves being pet in the cage. I haven't done a whole lot of holding him yet. And a lot of that is because of time. You know, now we're into the garden season. Easy, sweetie. Easy, sweetie. You understand? Now that we're in the garden season, I'm busy with that. I've been able to do some videoing of that, which I'd never taken the time to do that, only because I have to do that myself. And you guys that do it, setting up tripods and getting the right angles and all that. It takes away time that. But anyways, I've been able to do some of that, and what I do is in the evening I do kind of a voiceover, so you know what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing, but I explain what I'm doing. So as I was saying, during these winter times, summer times, make sure that you've got plenty of water for your rabbits. Rabbits, chickens, goats, sheep, cows, whatever you've got, make sure they have plenty of water. Water is so important. Um, with the rabbits, one of the things that you might think about doing is freezing up some soda bottles. What I do is I peel the wrapper off because these, especially the young guys, they will chew on them. I know there was one time last summer I gathered up a bunch of water or bottles and I filled them up, and I was exchanging them off and on throughout the day just to keep them cool. And a lot of them, they started to eat the wrappers. So now I pull the wrappers off and just stick them in there, and they'll cuddle up. Another thing you can use is your coffee can containers, the plastic ones. What I'll do is about that far from the top, fill it up with water, put it in the freezer. My wife and I use Maxwell House, and I'll stick that in, especially with the big does, even ones that have babies, and quite often you'll find them curled up around it, so that helps. Now, my wife was saying that she was reading different places, they were saying spray the outside of the rabbit's ears. I can't imagine doing that with these guys. I've never tried it, but I know they don't like that pss, 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 hissing noise. Um, they don't like being wet. I don't know how that would go. I know a lot of the heat is transferred out of their ears. Where I've got fans going, that might cool them down. I just can't imagine spraying some of them. Sugar, Mandy, Mocha, probably I could. Buster, Rex, actually even Blue, I probably could do that with. Donna. But there's other ones. Melania, I don't think I trust doing that with her. Baby, Baby I probably could. Daisy, I'm not sure of. But whatever you can do to help keep them cool. Like I said, I've got an air conditioning unit that I'm going to put in here. It's one that's portable. I got to vent it outside. There's a hose that comes in. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. We bought it last fall. Got a good deal on it. So I'm going to add that in here probably tomorrow, because I've got to keep the inside of the school. I've got a lot of rabbits. I've got, let's see, Benji is due within a week. Midnight's due within a week. And then Melania, trying to think. The nest box, I think, goes in there on the 27th. Baby, Fawn. She was bred the same day, and so was a Mocha. So with them, I've got to keep them. I got to keep them cool. You got to do whatever you can do when the temperatures get up there in the 90s. Some of you guys are going to be in the hundreds, so keep your animals cool. My whole thing is I want to keep them as happy and content as they can. So anyways, I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. This is Moses. Moses is one that my wife and I rescued. We rescued 3 of them from one place. And these guys were so malnutritioned. I mean, it was so sad. Uh, he's getting better. You know, you could look at their legs, and I mean, there was just nothing to him. You know, he's still kind of bony through here. I'm still feeling his hips, but he's gaining. He's gaining. He's not quite as scared as he used to be. He was terribly, terribly frightened all the time. But again, you know, just working with him. Okay, so you're probably seeing easy on you, old weed. You can tell easy, on easy, easy. No biting, no biting. You can probably see he's definitely a boy. Um, Nothing I want to do is trim his nails. I don't know how he's going to be for that. Usually he's been really calm. Like I said, with that tripod, it's something new. Trim your nails. So I showed you the brushes. Another thing, you're going to have rabbits. Um, just a pair of cat or dog nippers. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. You know, these guys are pretty good. Um, you know, as far as seeing some of the rabbits that have the um, black nails, or even with Rex with the red nails, um, it's hard to see. But hopefully you can see where I'm trying to show you. You've got this pinkish color right here, and then you see the white. What I do is probably about 1/8 of an inch um, past that red. That way I'm not going to get too close. I have only nicked, I think, one rabbit, and that was Donna last fall. And I felt so bad when I did that. She's got the black nails, except for one. She's got one nail that's white. Right, honey? You got to lay back just a little bit. Um, where I have the ability to do these often, I don't go as short as I probably could because I want to handle them often. Good boy. You're settling down. Good boy. I've had a few people that I've told, you know, these 2 of the 3 I would sell now. Hope I want to work with a little more. I really want to get her to settle down a lot more than where she is. Good boy. Good boy. You know, that was the first time he's ever nipped at me. Yeah, sweetie. You know, we'll get you to. Okay. Their nails were so long. I've got a picture of, can't remember if it was Faith or Hope. I mean, they had daggers. I think it was about an inch that I took off, and I was nowhere near to the quick. Just neglect. Neglect. You know, if you're going to have rabbits, take care of them. So anyways, I just thought I'd do a quick on how I do that. So Mark, I'm not sure if you're watching. Um, But this is what I do, and I know you're a busy man too. But if you can just take those few minutes, when you've got one who's a little high strung, scared, hard to work with, just spend that few minutes just petting their heads. Um, even if it's just in the cage, do that for a few weeks, and then you know, try holding them. Pay attention just to the head part. Just all right, Rex. You would like that too. He's he's such a sweet boy. Oh, Rex. He was one that was so scared. I mean, you reach in. I don't know if you can see that or not. You reach in, and he was right to the back of the cage. Now he just eats up any attention you can give him. Call him bobblehead. I'll scratch his back, and he'll be doing. His head will be lifting up, and I don't know if you can see him doing it, but he's my boy. He's a good baby. So I'm gonna put him back in, and maybe I'll grab one of the adult girls, and that way you can see what an adult girl looks like. Okay, so here's Mindy. So what you want to do is kind of part the hair around their private areas, and just with your thumb, kind of go like that. So this is what a female is going to look like. Hopefully you can see that. She's a pretty girl, and I think, okay. I don't want to be played with. I don't want my privates being played with. She's been kind of a special rabbit. She was Donna's baby from last May. So she's just a year old. I think 14th. And she was the only girl that Donna had out of 7 babies. And this year, she had 2 females out of 7. So I had a girl that was interested in her. And I said, I don't know. I haven't really decided if I want to sell her. And then I got thinking, I like to keep empty cages so that when I wean the babies, I've got empty cages that I can bring the mothers to. And, it's going to get busy here in the next few weeks. And so I don't know if she's still interested or not. I know at the time she wanted her, and then something came up where it just wasn't the time. So I don't know if she's going to be interested later or not. Like I said, I'd hate to part with her, but as long as she went to a good home, I'd be happy. I was really hoping to use her for breeding, but it's going to be another 4 months before I could use. Yep, Carlos, the one that I showed you at the beginning of this video. So, but she's a sweet girl, good personality, loves to be made of, easy to work with. I just trimmed her nails. Easy to work with. Which has pretty much been all of Donna's babies. They've, the ones that we have here, the ones that we've sold, either last litter or this last litter, really easy to work with. Nice rabbits, calm rabbits. So next I'm going to show you, we're going to sex Donna's litters from now. Okay, so finger against the tail, kind of pull that down, and then this area here, just kind of Push it down.
It's a boy.
That is a boy. Hopefully you can see that well. And I'm pretty sure that all 4 of these are going to be little boys. Cute little bunnies. So, what do we got here? We got another little boy. I'm hoping that that's focusing in so you can see. So I showed you with Mindy what a girl bunny looks like. And I showed you with Moses. I mean, Moses is a year-old, so his testicles have dropped down. So, I mean, that's obvious sign. But with these guys, these are only about 9 weeks old, so that's not going to happen yet. So hold on, and I'll bring the next one. Halfway done. Hold on. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Okay. So again, you see there's a little boy. But you see the testicles haven't dropped down. So it's hard, at this time. And cute little baby. And yes, I am getting scratched up doing this. Okay. Now this one I thought was a girl. A couple weeks ago, you know what?
It's a girl.
And we do have a little girl. Like I said, it is so hard when they're young. I thought this was a girl probably 3 weeks ago. We had a family that came and looked at them. We had, and I checked this one. Actually, it was a couple weeks ago. And I was like, nope, this one's a little boy. She's a little girl. I was just telling Leanna before I caught her. I said, boy, I hope this is a little girl. And she is. So Donna had 3 girls out of 7. So hopefully you saw the difference. And again, sometimes it's easy to tell. Sometimes it's not so easy to tell. Now I'm going to grab one of Baby's babies. Those will be up for sale, I believe, in a week and a half, and I think there's going to be a lot of interest. I know there's some people that have spoken about it in the last couple of weeks. In fact, I had a lady text me saying that she had a friend that was very interested in them. Now, those aren't going to be small rabbits. Those are going to be somewhere in the 9 to 11 pound range. So let me grab one of those and we'll show you those. Okay, now this one was born April 1st. This is Baby's baby, bred to Rex, the red Rex. Now, Baby is New Zealand, California cross. You don't see hardly any Californian in her. She's the one that had the 11 babies. May 1st. Red Rex, who is our Red Rex buck. I may have found a Red Rex female, and I've been looking for months for one because we just can't breed the old girl Rahab. She just won't. She won't live for the buck. We've tried several bucks, and she won't live. So, anyways, this should be a girl. I sexed these guys a couple 3 weeks ago because I wanted to separate. Easy, honey. I wanted to separate them. Oh, honey. Kind of even out the cages a little bit. Easy, baby. Easy. Like I said, they do not like this. They don't like the feet being off the ground anyways. So, like I said, forefinger on the tail, kind of hold it down. And then with your thumb, you want to put not a lot of pressure, and she's obviously a girl. Hopefully you can see the difference and remember from the males that we saw, there is a difference. So that's obviously a girl. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I have a lot of different ones that want 2 females. So if they take 2 females out of this litter, and let's say 2 females out of Mandy's, or a buck out of Mandy's, then they've got the trio to raise up. And should have some decent foundation stock. Okay, and then we have one of Mandy's boys. Pretty sure this is a boy. Was the last time I looked. Would have been born March 27th. I think this one is spoken for. A lady that's going to buy either a buck from Mandy's or a does from Mandy, and then the vice versa from babies, the fawn color, which will go with the 2 New Zealand does that she bought. I think she's going to like this one. I love the color. Love the colors of this one. The other buck out of that group is quite a bit darker and a little bit bigger. Beautiful rabbit. They're both beautiful rabbits. So let's see and make sure you're a boy. Oh, easy, honey. Easy, easy. Like I said, they don't like this. Easy, honey. Easy, honey. Okay. Okay. Best thing to do, or what I do, is, when you try to turn them and it doesn't work, I just flip them back over, make of them a little bit, and then set them back down. A lot of people will use a stand, and then I know a lot of people will have them the opposite way. Their heads will be down here. Don't nibble on me. Actually, thought he had dropped one of the stethoscope, but not. Easy, on easy, sweetie. What you do have to be careful when you're doing this, their backs are sensitive, and they can very easily break their back doing that thrashing, so you need to be careful. That's why I don't let them fight. Just roll him back over and let him, and he's obviously a boy. I don't know if you can see that well. Yeah. He's obviously a boy. So that's good. That's good, and I think he's going to be a beautiful boy. Make lots of babies. Yes, make lots of babies. These guys, both the babies, the fawn-colored ones, Mandy's babies, which are all this the gray. They're called lavender. Sweet rabbits. And somebody might be looking, well, they didn't look really sweet when you were trying to turn them over and see if they were a boy. They don't like that. They don't like their feet being off the ground. It's unnatural for them. So that's why, you know, when they do that, I just let them get their feet on me, do their sniffing, just pet their head. And you are going to get scratched up. What I might end up doing is having my beautiful bride, who is a seamstress, make me something that I can wear when I'm doing this, because it would save the arms. Now that's not all from rabbits. It's also from dealing with fence wire and cages and black flies. And so, anyways, I hope this video inspired you. Um, Hopefully, it answered some questions. How do I tell my rabbit's a boy or a girl? Um, you got to see some of the rabbits. You got to see the size that they are right now. We weighed Mandy's, can't remember the 8-week, and they were just under 5 pounds. So again, friends, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, we'd ask you to please do. You're going to have rabbit videos on Monday. You're going to have garden videos. I may do a couple more this coming week, but I'm going to try to gear it so that there's a garden update on Friday. And then Wednesday, I want to get back to doing calling out a couple channels. And what I do there is I call out channels that are under 1,000, just to help support them a little bit. And where I haven't done it for a couple weeks, one of the gardens, or he has got a garden. One of the channels I do want to call out is, yep, Homestead Preacher Man, I think is what it is. I will leave a link in the description box. Check his channel out. This man does, I know the last that I was watching, it's a couple videos on teachings or a Bible reading. But they also have a homestead. I think they still have rabbits, chickens. He does gardening. I know he's looking for a place that he can buy where he has more land, can do more of the stuff that he wants to do. So check that channel out and let him know that, tell him, Brother Jim sent me here. I know he'd appreciate it. Great man of God. Fun man. So, we love you. Thank you so much for viewing. There's a black fly on my forehead if you want to know what it looks like. Love you. God bless you. And that hurt.